this is Ed, and normally I'd be welcoming you back to another edition of Beers and Bots, but as you can see, we've kind of flipped things around. Taking some advice out from some people and some friends in regards to last week's video with wife, where we did the Bud Light seltzer reviews, and taking some stuff back into feedback, and, well, we're going to flip shit around, and going to flip it on its head, flip the script, whatever you want to call it, and Beers and Bots is dead, and, well, we're now Bagel on booze. Realized, stuff for the gaming, it's there, but, more so, we're reviewing seltzers, beers, cookies, doing lots of different stuff. Imagine we'll probably mix in some hard liquor here at some time. So, got some new stuff, got a new logo, got, intro, got some music, not here, but in the beginning. So, but it is what it is. So we're going to test it out. We'll flip it, do it around. Hey, hopefully don't anger all 19 subscribers that I have, or the 20 or 30 people that watch these videos. So if not, fuck it. It's my blog. I can do whatever I want. So we'll change it, and hopefully you enjoy it, and we'll get on with it. So this week, I was going to do, actually not going to do, but I am going to do, review out on, we have out of Terrapin Beer Company out of Athens, Georgia. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing one of their, we'll fire up, so something new. We got a nice little green screen, invested in a little bit of that, not too much, but, we got our beer. So as you can see, we got chocolate peanut butter pretzel Moo-Hoo. That is a fucking mouthful. So forgive me if I screw it up during the video, but it's a tongue twister. So in any event, it is their limited offering that came out. They released it out in October 2021. As you can kind of guess, it is Moo-Hoo. It's going to be fancy speak for nothing else but milk, and it's we're going with an Imperial Milk Stout, basically what it is. So, and as you can guess, primary flavors in this freaking beer is going to be peanut butter, pretzel. We got saltiness of pretzels. I'm going to combine them all, and we're going to test them. We're going to check it out. Guess I probably should wait till April to do this, because April, I think it's April 24th, is National Pretzel Day, or whatever freaking we do with it. So, but whatever. We're drinking it now. Screw it. So, looked into this, and, kind of try to figure out, some stuff in regards to, pretzels and some history. It is what it is, what we can find. It's a little tough, for the origin of history of the pretzels. It's all over the board. So, we'll go into a little bit of, we'll do our the more you know moment. So, with pretzels, well, the whole mythology and the background of these things is all over the fucking place. Found different stuff, stuff all over. Basically the biggest wide belief is that pretzels were created by an Italian monk in 610. Story goes, obviously, that they baked, strips of dough, and they folded it in, resembled, child crossing their arms. They would give these, little rewards to children who memorized the prayers. Not surprisingly, there's no evidence of this, so we're going to call kind of bullshit. It's a great story, but it doesn't seem. What does seem to be known out there in regards to pretzels is we could trace their origin really showing up really kind of prevalence in Middle Ages Europe. Big place, obviously, when you think of pretzels, a lot of things European, Germany. But the earliest recording that we can find of pretzels is going to be in 1111. Hopefully I got that all right. It's going to be in the coat of arms, the baker's coat of arms that's out there. The little lines that I can't fucking point the right way. I'm all backwards. I'll learn this one way or the other. But in any event, there we go. The lions that are on there, they come from Charles V, who was the Emperor of Austria, and it comes from their service of the Vienna. Can't even freaking pronounce it. Viennese. There we go. Of Vienna pretzel bakers and their service in defeating the Turks in around the first siege of Venice in 1529. The way it goes is that the Ottoman Turks were coming in. They were going to invade through the siege after trekking through, from Bulgaria and what have you, came in. They decided to tunnel underneath of the walls of Vienna. The monks that were baking the pretzels, they worked late at night. They heard the sounds. They alerted the city guard. They rushed into battle, and they, along with city guards, attacked them, and held back the attack. So that's where the lions come in. It's for their courage. The crown is showing that it is awarded out by royalty. And I think the cross swords come in from Leopold either before or after, later than that, for I think the second siege of Vienna. But regardless of whatever story you believe, if it's Italian monk, bakers, or whatever other freaking BS that's out there, the biggest thing is that it does have its origins rooted in Catholicism, in Middle Age Catholicism. Back at this time, the church had real strict laws, fasting during Lent, and then you were limited out to, one meal per day, and pretzels basically provide the best fashion for that. No egg, they even had it to the point where there was nothing from an animal, no eggs, no meat, no dairy, nada, nothing. You were fucked in that fashion. So you were either in pretzels, worked out great. So they just water, flour, salt, basic principle of pretzels, and that's what it is. So even with that, while pretzels, the whole origin is clouded in a big freaking cloud of mystery, the one thing that can seem to be, real conclusive is that the etymology of the word and where it kind of comes from, what it comes from is that pretzel actually comes from Bretzel, and that comes from German. And then that kind of back filters into, early days, there's a little bit kind of how it kind of flows in. The word Bracium translates to arm. That comes from a medieval Latin word for Bretzelus, which refers to some type of baked good that was had, aka freaking pretzel. And then this is a back formation or diminutive of another medieval Latin word, Bracius. My Latin sucks. I didn't take Latin in high school, so don't hold me to it. I'm probably butchering this stuff, but as you can kind of see, we've got the back formations that are here. And Bracius, they can definitely find from surviving texts. And again, this refers to some type of baked good that was eaten by monks on holidays. Sounds like pretzels to me. Monks were making this stuff, just like beer back in the day. They were making pretzels. They were making all sorts of shit. And Bracius comes out from the Latin braciatus, which meaning having boughs or branch-like arms. And then that in itself is a derivative, again, back to the freaking word bracium, which is arm. So it all comes in, it's all knotted up just like a freaking pretzel. So, pretzels definitely made their way here to the Americas. They came in with the German immigrants who were known as, the Pennsylvania Dutch that came here in the 1700s and the 1800s. The term of why we got pretzel with the P instead of the Bretzels as it is traditionally known comes, or I should say the first use of the word pretzel with a P comes back from the 1800s. And again, this comes from the fact that the dialects of South Germany, where some of these immigrants came from, the letters B and P, they're pronounced identically when they're at the beginning of a word, and to us English speakers, it sounds like a P. So again, we cannibalized shit and fuck it. It's now Pretzel. It's no longer Bretzel. So Pennsylvania itself will hold a spot in the heart of pretzel making going on, and adoption in the Americas. And the first commercial bakery, pretzel bakery, was opened up just up the road in Lidditz, PA, by Julius Sturgis. It's widely believed that he is responsible. His factory was first to develop hard pretzels. Again, that's all stoked in mythology and other BS that, some baker fell asleep, stuff got dried out, his boss yelled at him, whatever, and then tasted it. Yeah, great. But where the commercial belief is that, Julius Sturgis is the one who did it. PA has remained central, that in the U.S., because of the simple fact that there are over 40 companies that make pretzels there, and it's estimated about 80% of all pretzels sold in the U.S. come from PA. Another little fun fact is the average person eats about 2 pounds of pretzels a year, and for some freaking reason, Philadelphians go to do shit better than others. They're going to eat 12 pounds a year. Myself can say I probably eat about 12 pounds a year as well, because I eat a bag of pretzels about every other week, at least, or once a week. So you can do the quick math. That's a lot of freaking pretzels. But, hey, that is our more moment, and we're going to go back, and we're going to get back to trying some beer. So hang on.
I drink, and I know things.
Okay, so it's beer time. So we're going to go ahead, crack this bad boy open. I'm going to put the glass right in front because, well, it's a fucking green screen. And if we do that, there's no shadow that gets cast. So voila, you can see what happens. Green screens, whether you know it or not, all work on the shadows, trying to block stuff out. We block out the green, but because there ain't nothing to block out the back green. So guess what? My glass gets blocked out. So we'll go ahead and whoop. There it is. Whoop, there we go. So you can get a nice clear picture of that. It's a nice, good looking can. I know you can't hear the cracks. Kind of somewhat satisfying. So we'll go ahead, get this poured. Coming out nice and dark. Oop. Got to remember, that was one thing that my wonderful camera that likes to block stuff out and give me a nice background here also blocks out other stuff if we go ahead and put it in there. So there we go. There's the can. There is our beer. Let's get that shit moved around there. So you can see we got a nice, good, we'll get that. My can is messing with shadows. So we don't care about the can anymore. We care more about the beer. So we got a nice, good, dark beer that's coming out off of this one. Nice beige, thick head that's off of that. Kind of sets up, right off of that little bit. There's holy shit, holy crap, that is like peanut butter. It tastes like peanut butter right off the bat. So, well, I can smell pretzel. Taste the peanut butter off of the foam, off of the head. I'm saying head a lot, but whatever. Get the pretzel. I can smell the saltiness, that crushed up pretzel kind of smell. That's definitely overpowering on it. I'm not getting the smell of the chocolate or the peanut butter or the milk that's off of that, but I'm going to assume we're going to get that mouth feel that's going to come in. That definitely is a nice full. Definitely. There's pretzel. Get a little, get the smoothness, the vanilla for the milk. I do get that saltiness that comes in off of that. That's pretty freaking wild. It's just like, eating pretzels and drink beer. Not getting the peanut butter. Ah, shit. Spilled some beer. Got to clean that up. At least it didn't go on the keyboard, which is good, or any other computer equipment. But in any event, definitely the pretzel piece is, overpowering. I shouldn't say overpowering. That's the wrong term, but it is prevalent. It's a good, nice, solid, smooth, thick beer that comes in off of that. You know, and I guess I'm getting some chocolate undertones, more on the backside. The peanut butter, it's a little more subtle, at least in my opinion, which is nice. It's not overpowering. You know, it's a good drinkable beer. It definitely works well. I guess a cool thing we should have did. We should have mixed in some beer tasting with the pretzels. Of course, that would have been probably too much. As we know from my cookie tasting, we do not like to do samey same off of that. But my green screen's already getting jacked up because we were drinking out the beer and we're missing some stuff there. But yeah, this is definitely a decent beer. I guess now that kind of into a little bit, not getting as much prevalence of the pretzel. It's still there, that kind of crumbliness, but more so with a little bit more of the chocolate tones coming out. Vanilla adds the milk. The milk of the Imperial Stout is going to give us a little bit of smoothness, a little thicker feel that comes in off of that. So definitely, we'll give it. It's obviously thumbs up. I guess for rating, figure that out and let's see what we're going to rate the beer. So as you can see, we give it out a 4 out of 5. We're going to use bagels because why not? Because I am the bagel. So we give it 4 out of 5 bagels. It's definitely something we come back to. As we said, we come back to it again and again. I got a couple cans of this, which is good. Thankfully, it wasn't a crappy beer because when that's always the risk you take, but it is what it is. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed kind of some of the new format, the new setup going there. If not, tough luck. It's what we're doing. Hopefully don't, again, alienate my viewers, all 20 or 30 of them that will view this. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next week when we got another review that's going to come up. So, thanks guys. Catch you later.